Hello again, welcome back to perhaps the final instalment of the Secret Garden adventure. I'm going to give you a wee update on the progress, what's been happening over the past couple of weeks, and start off first of all with this over here, which was the bird box. And if you remember, it had a couple of blue tits in it with their chicks. Well, if you listen very carefully, nothing. They've all gone. So that's good news, but it's also sad as well because they've flown the nest and gone on to bigger and better things. So follow me and we'll find out what's happening elsewhere in the Secret Garden. So going in, you can probably already see it's very, very green. A lot different, lots of progress from previously. So we're going under our cherry tree, past the shed, and you can see all these ferns have grown huge amounts. They love it in here. And we'll go in and we'll have a wee quick look. I know what most people are excited to see about the progress in the pond, but we'll come to that in a minute. So we'll have a look down here at our herb garden, and you can see that it's actually come into flower as well because it's been so warm and quite wet over the past few days, so that's made sure that it's grown really well. We've got some beautiful purple flowers as well in here. And we have our climbing clematis, which has grown a huge amount. No flowers as yet, but I did spot, I think it was under here. There we are. Some are just about to come out. And we'll have a look over here. So also, if you remember, in their wildflower garden, we sowed some seeds, and so far the yellow ones have come out a huge amount. They're very, very tall. Really enjoyed the weather that we've had. And there's some other ones as well that are starting to grow in here. So there's lots of raspberries that are growing. I don't see any that are red yet, but it is a matter of time. And the bushes are actually getting so heavy with the fruit that they're starting to bend over, and sometimes if it's a windy day they break. So that's why we've got to put the canes in there just to support them a little bit. Our lovely acer tree is growing a huge amount as well. So we can see our bees over at our herb garden, now that the flowers are out. These are very busy. It's great to watch bees, are never still, always moving, always busy. People are here to see the progress of life in the pond. So if you can see, we still have our tadpoles. Now I don't know if these ones are just slowly growing or what, but it's been a few weeks and they just still seem to have their tails. None of them seem to have any legs yet, but there's still loads in there, so they're obviously surviving. But I'm not too sure why they're taking so long, but I'll definitely keep you up to date with any other ongoings in there. You can also see that there's some other little creatures in there as well, and maybe I'll try and scoop some out and have a wee closer look at them. And you can see, if you look closely, none of them have their legs, although the one on the right there seems to have something growing just behind its tail or its body, so maybe there's progress. We've got a few other wee creatures in here, which is always a sign of a healthy pond. This guy here is called a water boatman, and he likes to live just below the surface. You can see the funny way that he moves his legs to get around. And we've also got a couple of other wee creatures in there as well. I think that they are larvae from other, maybe a fly, some kind of fly, maybe a midgie, because they like to lay their eggs in the water, and then the eggs hatch and then they fly off and they go and bite us. So that's the progress of the tadpole so far.
I've got a couple that are looking as though they're maybe growing their legs at the back, but not quite yet. I'll definitely keep you up to date, and certainly a little water boatman's very energetic today. But definitely have to put these back. Good thing to do is to go pond dipping. If you've ever been to a pond, I know that there's one in any parks that are around you. There's one in Pollock Park, and I think there's one in Maxwell Park as well. So even if you just take a wee gentle scoop out with a plastic bucket and have a wee closer look at what you get, it's amazing what you can find, even in ponds that are really small like my one. So always remember to put them back nice and safe as well, which is what I'm going to do with these guys now.